Hi. Welcome to day 28 of the Breath Body Balance Acu-Meditation Experiment featuring Proverbs. Feeling a little anxious today, watching the news of Hurricane Melissa, forecasted to make landfall last night or this morning at 2 a.m. and I just watched the latest update and landfall is still expected. Hasn't occurred yet. So I believe the prayers that everyone has been doing has given them a little bit more time. So let's take time to just have a moment of silence, because I can't speak with the impending storm that's going to hit them. Just I'm sure anyone that's been through a hurricane is feeling the same way. It's terrifying. Even though many of us have made it through, you see many that don't. It's just, oh God, help them, help us, help them. So let's focus on our breath. Ask the Spirit of God to spare them. Let it just be a pressure clean. Take away what's no longer serving them. Let them have a new start in you, in the Spirit of truth. Truly and honestly take away what they don't need anymore, what's not been good for them, and let them have a clean slate. I didn't expect to cry. I'm sure there are many things we have not expected. Having a storm this late in the season, I'm sure was unexpected. Breath. It's the master regulator of the body. So let's focus on our breath, knowing that in every language, breath is from the root word spirit. So in a spirit of love for our brothers in humanity. Brothers, when I say brothers, I mean sisters too. We are all human, all mankind. One love, right? Is that the sentiment of Jamaica? One love. Let's call to God. Jeremiah 33:3 says, "Call to God and he will answer us and tell us great and unsearchable things we do not know." How do we love each other? How do we love ourselves? Without love, we destroy each other. Proverbs 28, the title is "The Lawful and the Lawless." An ungodly man flees when no one is pursuing, but a righteous man is confident as a lion. Condemnations arise because of the sins of the ungodly, but an astute man quenches them. A bold man harasses the poor with ungodliness, as a driving and unprofitable rain. So those who forsake the law praise ungodliness. But those who love the law surround themselves with a wall. Evil men do not understand judgment, but those who seek the Lord shall understand it in everything. A poor man walking in the truth is better than a rich liar. A wise son keeps the law, but he who cherishes luxury dishonors his father. He who increases his wealth with usury and unjust gains gathers it for him who shows mercy to the poor. He who turns away his ear so as to not hear the law, he also makes his prayer repulsive. He who leads upright men astray in an evil way, he shall fall into destruction, and lawless men shall pass by good things, but they shall not enter into them. A rich man is wise in his own eyes, but a poor man shall disapprove of his thoughts. Great glory arises because of the help of the righteous, but in places of the ungodly, men are conquered. He who hides his own ungodliness shall not prosper, but he who leads his own rebuttal shall be loved. Blessed is the man who shall be discreet in all things because of godly fear. But the man who hardens his heart shall fall into evils. A hungry lion and a thirsty wolf is he who, being poor, tyrannizes over poor people. A king in need of revenues is a great oppressor, but he who hates unrighteousness shall live a long time. He who becomes surety for a man charged with murder shall be a fugitive and unsafe. Instruct your son, and he shall love you, and he shall give honor to your soul, lest he follow a lawless people. Instruct your son, and he shall love you, and he shall give honor to your soul, lest he follow a lawless people. He who walks righteously shall be helped, but he who walks in crooked ways shall be entangled therein. He who works his own land shall be satisfied with bread, but he who pursues leisure shall be filled with poverty. A trustworthy man shall be blessed in many things, but an evil man shall not go unpunished. He who does not respect righteous people is not good. Such a man will sell another for a morsel of bread. An envious man hastens to be rich, but does not know that a merciful man shall have the mastery over him. He who reproves a man's ways shall have more grace than he who flatters him. He who casts off his father or mother and thinks he does not sin, he is the accomplice of an ungodly man. Let's read that again. He who casts off his mother or father and thinks he does not sin, he is the accomplice of an ungodly man. A greedy man judges rashly, but he who trusts in the Lord shall be careful. He who trusts in an arrogant heart, such a man is without discernment, but he who walks in wisdom, such a man shall be saved. He who gives to the poor shall not be in want, but he who turns away his eye from them shall be in much distress. The righteous lament in the places of the ungodly, but in their destruction the righteous shall be increased. I read today from the Orthodox Study Bible. There are 30 verses in chapter 28. The NIV has only 28 verses in chapter 28. I won't read from that today. I'll let you maybe replay this and follow along in another Bible. I really felt that reading the Orthodox today was best, and there were two verses that stood out. Verse 4. So those who forsake the law praise the ungodliness. Remember, the law is summed up as love your neighbor as yourself. However, there are over 600 laws. Many have to do with those details of loving our neighbors as ourselves. So keep that in mind. Perhaps it is good to read those laws and understand our responsibilities to each other in keeping our yards clean, keeping our animals clean, keeping, things in order. Those are all part of the law, and loving our neighbor as ourself. But those who love the law surround themselves with a wall. Right? So again, the title is the lawful and the lawless. Those who forsake the law praise the ungodliness, but those who love the law surround them with a wall. And I love the definition of paradise. Paradise is a walled garden, a wall of protection. So may we be in paradise. The other verse is 14. So first was 4, now 14 talks about the heart. He who hides his own ungodliness. Wait, is that right? Where did I get that? 28:14, hardened heart. Maybe I wrote it down wrong. Let's see, 14. He who hides his own ungodliness shall not prosper, but he who leads his own rebuttal shall be loved. I bet it's over here in 14. So, listen to this. This is the same verse 14. In Orthodox, he who hides his own ungodliness shall not prosper, but he who leads his own rebuttal shall be loved. 14 in the NIV, blessed is the man who always fears the Lord, but he who hardens his heart falls into trouble. He who hardens his heart falls into trouble. Yeah, Pharaoh is the most famous for hardening his heart. However, what I learned from the Exodus story is that story is for all of us. The Exodus story, God commanded for us to acknowledge every year during Passover so we can teach our children who God is. Bob Marley sung the Exodus. Quite interesting as that happens today. This is for each and every one of us. We're all given breath as we enter into this world. And that breath, those lungs surround our hearts. And our hearts have stone. According to Ezekiel 36:26, God says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh, and I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws. So that's my prayer. I have a story about that, but I won't tell it today. But I've definitely had my heart of stone removed and given a heart of flesh 30 years ago. It was a profound spiritual experience. So, anyway. All right. Let's look to God and know that He will answer us. And we'll be wholehearted when we come together, whether it's to the left or to the right, the past, present, or future, right here, right now. Take care.